And a good Monday to you. Well, Monday, if you will, the 29th day of January 2018. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Thanks for starting your work week and your work day with us here on the NCW Live channel. I am Dan Kuntz, your host. Steve Hare, our news director, to my immediate left. Kat in control. Stacy misbehaving. That last part was an inside joke. Happy Monday.
Yeah, quite a weekend, huh?
It was quite the weekend.
Event-filled, to say the least.
Yeah, the wind came, and then the wind went away. And
snows came, and then the snow
went away.
It
was a crazy weather day on Saturday.
Man, brought back memories of 2007, didn't it?
Oh, it wasn't even close to 2007.
Well, I know,
yeah.
that was about twice the magnitude of the winds, but still, you know. A lot of people don't care when they see the tree falling on their house.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, it was a bit of a blustery afternoon. Right about 3 o'clock, we hit a gust at just right at 50 miles an hour. That was the biggest gust of the day, and we had sustained winds right around 30 miles an hour. I lost a couple of shingles on the roof of my house. That was about it.
I didn't have any damage except for maybe a barbecue cover, you know, flying into my neighbor's yard and then into their neighbor's yard and then on down the line.
Did you ever get it back?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, finally we got it back.
Okay. So as you might imagine, the wind-related issues from Saturday afternoon will be one of our news stories when we get to the news here in just a couple of minutes. We'll also wrap up the entire weekend in sports. We have your past report. You have your weather forecast. Good-looking week. I mean, we're talking sunshine and 47 tomorrow.
That's what I heard, yeah.
I'm going to get out my golf clubs.
We're pushing 50 tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm loving that.
Yeah, I bet you are.
We haven't had a really cold stretch of weather this winter. Right around Christmas, you remember we had some light snow, and it got cold. I mean, the overnight lows were in the single digits, but that was just like the 23rd, 24th, 25th, right around that Christmas holiday. And that's really been about it. We haven't had a long stretch of really cold weather.
No, it's been very moderate winter so far.
Seattle is setting record highs. That's how mild it's been in the Emerald City.
They're still getting their share of snow, though, up in the mountains. In fact, a lot of avalanche control this weekend up on Highway 2, Stevens Pass, and I would imagine you'd expect more of that, possibly. Yeah,
right now it's raining on the major mountain passes. No advisories, no restrictions, but this is not a very good day to go out in the back country because it just isn't. They had a bunch of snow, just a bunch of snow, and then warm temperatures, and that starts getting, you know, those layers of snow started getting a little dissatisfied with one another, and something's got to give. All of those things are coming up. You ready to go around north central Washington with our Valley View cameras?
I can't wait.
We normally start with a cross camera, but you wouldn't be able to see anything. It is completely fogged over. And don't look for sunshine today, by the way. It's going to be pretty cloudy and pretty foggy with a couple of spittles of rain. There's downtown Wenatchee, looking south from the roof of the Cascadian.
And I can see across the river there. A lot of traffic. They're going through the roundabout, looks like.
No problems at all. I have no problem with the roundabout. As long as you know what you're doing, you're fine. Camera number 2. What are we looking at? That's Jump Off Ridge. That gives you an idea of what we're dealing with. That's just one big layer of clouds. Have you ever been up to Jump Off Ridge to where that camera is located?
Never been up there, no.
It's not, this time of the year you can't drive there. You have to take a snowmobile or a cat in. But in the summertime when the roads are passable, it's an incredible view. I mean, not just looking back over the Wenatchee Valley, you looking back the other way up to the Clockham and the Ellensburg, and it's just incredible. Stunning view.
There. Check that out.
Yeah. Oh, we'll take you up next summer. Camera number 3 is cloudy. What are we looking at, Kat? That's the Manson Water Tower camera. So that's Lake Chelan that you see in front of you in beautiful downtown Manson. Thanks for joining us on this Monday morning here
on the shores of Lake Chelan.
And finally, camera 4. We come back around to once we began. Number 1, Canyon, and beautiful morning. That's a pretty picture, right there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very pretty picture.
Nice to have the power back too.
Yeah, I live pretty close to downtown. I lost power for about 5 minutes at one time on Saturday, and then for about 90 seconds, and that was really it.
Yeah. So a little bit of damage here at the NCW Live studios as well.
Yeah, we lost a couple of awnings over our doors. They just, and I thought when I got the word on Saturday afternoon that a couple of awnings had gone blown away, I thought, okay, well the canvas of the awning came off the support frame, right?
Yeah.
No, the whole thing gone. I mean, the frame ripped off the side of the building, so.
And we were talking about that windstorm back in 2007 that was generating winds and gusts of up to 100 miles an hour. This one didn't get up much above 50 miles an hour, but like I say, for those who lost trees or had some damage, not much difference.
It also didn't last very long.
No, no, it didn't. It really didn't.
The whole thing, the whole wind incident was maybe 2.5, 3 hours tops.
It's amazing what damage it can do, though, as we'll see.
Let's take a look at your weather forecast from the National Weather Service. Typical January weather. The one thing that we do notice is how mild it's going to be. Foggy and cloudy today, high of about 43 degrees. Tonight, the clouds will begin to depart by the time you wake up Tuesday morning. It'll be clear, 32 for the overnight low. Look at Tuesday.
Oh, wow.
Sunshine, 47 degrees. Dig out the golf clubs.
Wow, all week long it looks like over 40-degree temps.
Yep, partly sunny Wednesday, 42. Clouds are back on Thursday, high of 41 for Friday. Back to the clouds again, high near 44. All of these temperatures are above normal. Saturday, partly sunny and 47. All of these afternoon high temperatures are above normal, some quite a bit, and even the overnight lows are above normal. Nothing really exciting, nothing really crazy. There are some minor storm systems that are going to come in and kind of go, ooh, and go right back out again.
Okay.
That's really about it. So all things considered, outside of the mild temperatures, pretty quiet week from Mother Nature. Speaking of Mother Nature, what's going on up in the mountain passes? Not a lot. Rain. Lots of rain is what's going on right now. There are no advisories or restrictions on any of the major mountain passes. That is a live shot of I-90. No advisories, no restrictions, roadways bare and wet, poor visibility. That is it. Stevens, no problems. Some frost and ice in places.
Big difference there from what it was looking like Saturday morning.
It was really hard to get across. Now it's a piece of cake. No advisories, no restrictions, overcast skies. By the way, there's nothing really going to come down out of the sky to affect the mountain passes today either. That's good news. Blewett, same deal. A couple of patches of ice on US 97 Blewett. That's a live shot of the summit. Outside of that, no advisories, no restrictions, none expected. Forecast today, 90% chance of nothing. It's going to snow, but very little, not even an inch, Steve.
100% chance of nothing.
100% chance of 90%.
Okay, there you are.
A little bit of light snow, maybe an inch. That's really about it. And the temperatures in the mountain passes will be near 40 today. Near 40 in the mountain passes, so expecting some snow melt. And as we mentioned before, avalanche conditions are certainly prevalent in the Cascades. Another system begins to come in tonight. So beginning tonight, Steve, lasting through Wednesday, it's going to snow a little bit off and on. For tonight, Steve, 3 to 5 inches in the mountain passes, 2 inches expected Tuesday, 4 inches on Tuesday night, an additional 2 to 3 inches on Wednesday, and then that's it.
Like I say, I mean, as long as we keep getting that mountain snowpack, that's good news for irrigators and the PUD.
For me, the best kind of winter is no snow down here and lots of snow up there.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Skiers are happy. You get nice, good, lots of water to consume come summertime, and the sooner I can get out to the golf course.
As long as we can keep these moderate temperatures here in the lower elevations, there shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Yeah, hope so. Oh, sunshine and 47 tomorrow. I might be taking tomorrow afternoon off.
Well, those water traps are still kind of frozen over there.
Yeah. There's no golf courses open that I know of that I would normally want to play. Maybe Rock On, and I'll call them up and find out. 8 minutes after the hour, quick 1 minute break. When we come back, what happened over the weekend? Quite a bit, as a matter of fact. Steve Hare, our news director, will have your news in 1 minute. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, live from Studio 4 in downtown Wenatchee on the NCW Live channel.
It's happening now at Wenatchee Valley Mall. PetSmart has come to town and they're throwing a great event. 3 great events to be exact. Stop by January 20th starting at 9 a.m. and enter to win prizes, coupons, and free services. Join Pet Perks and be entered to win a $250 PetSmart prize package. PetSmart has just what you need with hundreds of exclusive products for your specific pet needs. And leashed pets are always welcome at PetSmart, so stay tuned for all the PetSmart grand opening events.
And now it's time for your local news update with Steve Hare.
And we're back on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Good morning, I'm Steve Hare. Here's what's happening around north central Washington on this Monday, 29th day of the month. Well, the dust is still settling from Saturday's windstorm here in Wenatchee. Dozens of trees blown down in the gale force winds measuring gusts in excess of 50 miles an hour. Hundreds of electric customers in Chelan County lost power as power lines either knocked down from heavy snowfall earlier in the morning or from the gusty winds in the afternoon. Chelan County PUD line crews continue to make repairs into Sunday afternoon. Everybody should be back online by now. There were no reported injuries, but several homes and businesses sustained wind-related damages, including sheet metal roofs or from falling trees and limbs. In fact, here's a photo shared by former Wenatchee City Council member Karen Rutherford. A large pine tree that fell down on her property, as you can see there, almost parallel with the home. Karen tells NCW Life News that no one was home when the tree came down, but part of that tree crashed through their son's bedroom, causing damage there. But luckily, nobody was hurt, and there were no injuries reported throughout that windstorm, and that's good news. Also, Saturday's winds caused a harrowing situation at East Wenatchee along Valley Mall Parkway at a construction site there that we've been reporting on as last week. We'll have more details on that project coming up. But as you can see here in this video provided to us by a viewer, the plastic acted as a sail around the construction site for the Aspen Dental remodel happening at Wenatchee Valley Mall. The scaffolding along the southern side of the building is also leaning precariously, looks to be held up by the surrounding plastic, as you can see here. As a precaution, the city of East Wenatchee has closed a section of Valley Mall Parkway northbound just past the site. The mall has also cordoned off a section of parking in the area to prevent anyone from getting too close, just in case the scaffolding topples over or collapses. NCW Live has reached out to the construction company whose scaffolding it is, but they did not answer our calls for information. In fact, a source close to the project said a trailer of pallets was brought in Saturday, so that there's an indication that the scaffolding will be disassembled sometime today. In the meantime, that stretch of Valley Mall Parkway past the mall is still closed. Meanwhile, NCW Life's Eric Grandstrom has been reporting on the dispute that has put a hold on that Aspen Dental construction project and really placed the future of that project into doubt.
The building's being remodeled to house Aspen Dental, a business that supplies support and administrative services to dental practices. Everything's at a standstill, however, because of an apparent lack of funds. An anonymous source has told NCW Life News that Allegis Construction, the main contractor on the project, who also performed the PetSmart remodel on the mall property, has shut down the job site and told its subcontractors to go home. Apparently, Allegis claims they haven't been paid by the mall owners since September, so in turn, they cannot pay their subs. According to our source, many of the subcontractors have not been paid in 120 to 180 days and are owed up to $100,000 and are considering liens to protect themselves. The plastic and scaffolding was put in place in preparation of stucco to the exterior of the building. With a winter storm heading our way, the concern is that the plastic will blow away, leaving the building exposed and create severe damage. NCW Life has reached out to Aspen Dental, to Allegis Construction, and to Vintage Real Estate, owners of the Wenatchee Valley Mall. So far, our calls have been unreturned. Aspen Dental is based out of New York, Allegis Construction is based out of Seattle, and Vintage Real Estate is based out of Los Angeles. Wherever these outside companies are from, they owe local contractors an answer and their money. With NCW Life Channel News, I'm Eric Grandstrom.
Also today, plans to build an emergency operations center in Chelan County are on the fast track now that the state funding has been secured. Sheriff Brian Burnett commented on the project prior to the legislature's passage of the capital budget 2 weeks ago.
I believe that the House and the Senate both approved us for $1 million. We had received some money from the previous budget cycle at a couple $100,000 to do the engineering and drafting piece of that. And so we could bring in a regional emergency operations center that would house our emergency management staff, but also allow us, when we have big events like some of these fires that we've experienced here in a 3 or 4 county area, that we could use that facility. Our fire management teams could come in and operate out of that center with technology and a facility that would host that. Centrally located is a big key to that here. It would be in the old station area.
Sheriff appearing in a recent Wake Up Wenatchee Valley program with host Dan Kuntz. Adoption of the capital budget was delayed until after the legislature came to an agreement on the unrelated Hearst water issue. Grant County PUD customers will reportedly pay more for electrical services under a rate increase that goes into effect in April. Residential customers will receive an average 1.5% rate increase, which translates into an average hike of about $1.49 a month on their bill. Now, the PUD said the actual increase will depend on the customer's electrical use. For some customers, it'll be higher. For other customers, it could be lower. Rate increases are also in the works for industrial customers as well. Comments can be submitted at the Grant County PUD's website, and a public hearing has been set for the February 13th Commission meeting. Well, we have a story about an amazing organization right now that's all about random acts of kindness. Every day they give back to their community, one grocery cart at a time.
Hold on, that's broken. You don't want to use that. I'm taking care of you guys today. God bless you. You're welcome.
Is that gonna make you cry?
Fill My Basket is us paying it forward to complete strangers. Going to a grocery store and getting behind somebody, waiting for the bill, and paying it and walking away. Actually, I got this.
I got you today.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, have a blessed day, sir.
Okay. Oh, all right.
Yeah, I'm here to, yeah.
Hey.
I'm pretty nervous until right when we go.
Thank you so much.
When I shoot my first live video, it's kind of funny, I get my shakes off. We're ready to really rock and roll and help a lot of families out today.
Very first time we did it, I just sort of gave as much as I could.
And he was using his bonus that he had, and I had $65.
That felt good.
That's all that we've used of our own money. It's been all donations except for just that very first one.
You know, we have 5 kids and just trying to get by and take care of our kids. And thank you, it means a lot.
I pay for people's groceries all the time.
That's so sweet.
I've never had that happen to me.
Being able to inspire our community to do what we do daily, I think we're helping to make a big step for everyone around us.
I kind of want to do it now too.
Every bit counts. Even when we've been in line and someone's just getting a jug of milk's a huge thing, because that could be, that's all they can get.
One basket at a time, doesn't matter how big or small.
It's all about paying it forward. It's all about doing something for somebody else.
We're a family of 7. We've never been without the money to buy groceries or pay our bills, but things get tight. You really have no idea what today meant to us.
It's about other people seeing what we're doing and wanting to help somebody else. It's truly about starting a movement.
A cute little PSA ad there. At the end, but I'll tell you what, that always kind of leaves a nice feeling to end a newscast. But,
Sure.
you know, I want to thank Dan for this weekend. He was out and he got a lot of the footage for us from that windstorm and the related damage. But for you, I know it was kind of a challenge trying to get out there Saturday. I know you were out doing some work Saturday, and being buffeted by those winds can cause some problems. In fact, we actually got some footage of Dan that we wanted to share with you right now.
This is a surprise.
This is Dan's experience in the windstorm over the weekend, Saturday afternoon. Go ahead and roll, Caitlin, if you would. Boy, Dan, I'll tell you what, the things that you go through in order to provide us with the news that we have here on NCW Life, I just very much appreciate your
I'm a
effort.
team player. I think my record is pretty clear on that.
It is. You didn't get too bruised, though, did you?
No, I was okay. The one thing that really disappointed me is that a bunch of us were all going to get together and go down to Walla Walla Point Park and play badminton.
Yeah, it was a volleyball.
It just didn't happen.
Yeah, the birdies still couldn't be found, I guess. Huh?
When I was a kid, I'd go out on really windy days and I'd play badminton against myself. You just stand into the wind, you whack it, and it comes right back at you. So. 20 minutes after the hour, 34 degrees and overcast, cloudy, foggy, 42 today. Lots of sunshine tomorrow, though, and a high of 47. Don't forget about our news with Grant Olson. Comes your way at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock. 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock. One little half-hour package. You can sit down and spend some time with your family and figure out what happened in the Wenatchee Valley, North Central Washington, with Grant Olson on the evening news. And it's also available on demand. Late in the afternoon, early in the evening, you'll be able to go to ncwlife.com, click on the icon, and you can watch the news at your convenience. And speaking of convenient, we try to make it as convenient as possible for you to get a hold of us. Steve, you want to do the honors?
That's right. We have our hotline. You can call us with any breaking news items. 888-NCWL. You can call us on the hotline. You can notify us about news happening on our website at ncwlife.com. Just use the Contact Me feature there. Also, you can call us or communicate with us on Facebook or Twitter as well.
20 minutes after the hour, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, the weekend that was in sports, the obscure holiday of the day, today in history, birthdays. Everyone is entitled to Mike McNally's opinion. By the way, Mark is going to have Robert Sandage on his show at 10 o'clock today from RLS Productions. Of course, the Concert in the Park series is now on television, or as we like to say in the business, TV. And in the second half of the program, we're going to run that interview I did with Becca Freemuth last week, because Guada has their next entrepreneurial luncheon coming up on Wednesday. So my conversation with Becca will be re-aired in the second half of this program. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, live here from Studio 42 in downtown Wenatchee on the NCW Life channel.
I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCW Life channel.
I'm Eric Grandstrom with NCW Life Sports.
I'm NCW Life News Director Steve Hare.
Catch us on Local Tel Channel 12.
You can watch us on Charter Channel 19 or stream us live on ncwlife.com.
Follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook.
Where we cover the local high schools, the Wenatchee Wild, and the pro teams out of Seattle.
On Saturday, we have a 90% chance of rain.
Catch it all right here on the NCW Life channel.
My name's Robert Duff. Current and previous occupation is architect, engineer, and lawyer. Grew up here in Washington, born in Moses Lake. When I first came to CVCH, was looking for a place to get some dental work done. And I was really impressed with the people at the counter. I mean, they were just on top of it. It only took her like 15 minutes to do the job. I didn't feel anything. The technology is so great, you don't even realize you're at the dentist. These people are so professional. I would have any one of these people in my home for dinner. These people are family.
And welcome back to this Monday, the 29th day of January 2018. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, and I'm Dan Koontz. Sports, we'll do things chronologically. We'll go all the way back to Friday and the Les Schwab Prep Scoreboard. From Friday night, West Valley topping Eastmont 71-56. Davis pounded Wenatchee 58-25 down in Yakima. Cashmere won a Cascade in boys basketball Friday night 63-54. On the girls' side, again, the Les Schwab Prep Scoreboard. Eastmont got a very good performance from Emily DeFore. The Wildcats beat West Valley 59-46. Grant Olson was there, as were our cameras, and here are your highlights from Friday night.
Here's DeFord to the side of the key, puts up a tough shot, no good, and the rebound into the hands of Victoria Lovelace, who's in there. Shot put back up on the steal by O'Rourke, and it's good. With Curtis on her, back to Simpson, still on the dribble. Baseline, gonna take it all the way, left hand, layup, good. What a shot by Simpson. As Simpson brings it in, now Emily DeFord, beautiful turnaround jumper, that's what we're used to, and it's good. And left in the fourth quarter, now Simpson. Back out top of the key, Cox, she's going to take the three-pointer, long distance, good.
For Emily DeFore, very good night. She finished with 13 points. Bryn O'Rourke had 12. Wenatchee, by the way, had a chance to tie it at the buzzer, but they missed a three-pointer. They fell to Davis, 60-57 in girls basketball. Cashmere led by 62 points at the half, and they cruised to an easy victory over Cascade, the final on Friday night, 95-13. That was Friday. Saturday, on the Les Schwab Prep Scoreboard. In boys basketball, Eastmont fell on the road at Moses Lake, 76-43. The girls, no match for the undefeated and second-rate Chiefs. Moses Lake girls basketball program is just that, a program, 65-19. Good weekend for the Wenatchee girls wrestling team. The Panthers finished fourth in the Mountain Madness tournament in Clay Elum. Kelsey Ibarra and Jordan Martinez each won championships at 105 pounds and 140 pounds, respectively. To the ice we go. The Wenatchee Wild went 1-1 over the weekend at the Town Toyota Center. It took 2 overtimes to decide Friday night's game against the Merritt Centennials. After playing 2 scoreless periods, the 2 traded goals in the third. Wenatchee's Murphy Stratton got the Wild on the board at the 4:30 mark of the third. Looked like Wenatchee would hold on for the victory with just 37 seconds remaining in regulation. Merritt's Zach Court tied the game. That sent it into overtime. Jasper Weatherby finally decided it a minute 37 into the second OT to give the Wild the victory. Saturday went the way of the visitors as Merritt built a 3-1 lead before Wenatchee scored a late goal to make it 3-2. Sam Hessler and Slava Demin both tallied goals for the Wild. The Wild will host Powell River on Wednesday. This Wednesday, the 31st. This was a game that was supposed to be back in November, but Powell River's bus broke down on the way to Wenatchee, so the game has been rescheduled for Wednesday at the Town Toyota Center, and then of course they have games Friday and Saturday as well. Well, the Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl, yes. The AFC erased a 20-3 deficit. They knocked off the NFC in a game of, well, it was touch football. It wasn't real football. Not a lot of tackling going on. Russell Wilson was ineffective. He went 9 of 14, 69 yards and an interception. Doug Baldwin, he caught 3 passes for 35 yards. Michael Bennett had 1 solo tackle. He also jumped off sides 3 times. Sounds like the regular season. And finally, Harold Thomas had a solo tackle and 1 pass defended. The countdown is now on. Super Bowl LII in Minneapolis, Minnesota. The Patriots and the Eagles coming up this Sunday, 26 minutes after the hour on this 29th day of January. It's also the last Monday in January, and that means the last Monday in January is always Bubble Wrap Appreciation Day, and I got some right here. This is actually, I saved this from last year's Bubble Wrap Appreciation Day. This is just, it's therapeutic. It's just, sometimes I'll order stuff from Amazon just to get the bubble wrap. Something I know it's going to be shipped in bubble wrap. Bubble Wrap Appreciation Day. It does relieve stress, but if you do it too much, I start getting sore in the thumbs and the thing. So grab a piece of bubble wrap and go to town on Bubble Wrap Appreciation Day. And at 27 minutes after the hour, today in history, 3 items, 2 of them sports related, and 1 not sports related. We always welcome a new state when they join the Union, and today Kansas does the honors. That's kind of as state flags go. It's all right, I guess. Kansas joined the Union on this date 157 years ago, back in 1861, in the throes just before the Civil War got going. Kansas is the 34th state in the Union. Their state song is Home on the Range. Big surprise there. Kansas still has not ratified the 21st Amendment. They haven't done it yet. In fact, Kansas had statewide prohibition all the way to 1948, longer than any other state. And Kansas's liquor control laws are considered the strictest in America. In fact, you couldn't buy a drink in a bar in Kansas until 1987. And there's still 13 dry counties. There are 13 counties in the state of Kansas where you can't buy booze at all. But in any event, happy birthday to Kansas. The right smack dab in the middle of the country. Kansas is 157 years old today. A couple of Hall of Fames got going on this date. 82 years ago today, January 29th, 1936, the first 5 inductees into the Baseball Hall of Fame were announced, and they are, as you see, in order: Ty Cobb, Babe Ruth, Honus Wagner, Christy Mathewson, and the great Walter Johnson. The original 5 inductees were announced on this date in 1936, and you go all the way to 1963, 55 years ago today, and the first 3 inductees into the Pro Football Hall of Fame were made public, and there you see them: Jim Thorpe, Red Grange, and George Halas. So the Baseball Hall of Fame got going on this date 82 years ago, and the Pro Football Hall of Fame got going on this date 55 years ago. That's today in history, and finally we do birthdays. William McKinley, the 25th President of the United States. After he was assassinated, he was considered probably the most popular president of all time at the time of his assassination. Of course, Theodore Roosevelt kind of overshadowed all of that. William McKinley, the 25th President of the United States, is born in the state in 1843. He was the last president to have served in the American Civil War. And of course, he was assassinated in Buffalo, New York in 1901 at the age of 58. William McKinley, born on this date. And Oprah Winfrey, the queen of all media. There's Oprah, the richest African-American in history and the first billionaire African-American ever. Oprah Winfrey is 64 years old today. She's running for president. She says no. But people change their minds. 29 minutes after the hour. When we come back, everyone is entitled to Mike Magnani's opinion. Don't forget Mike's show, Street Talk and Other Stuff, will come your way live At 10 o'clock this morning, his guest will be Robert Sandage, our good buddy from RLS Productions. So that's coming up. And then our interview with Becca Freemuth from Guada. They're the big entrepreneurial panel discussion is coming up on Wednesday. We'll have that when we come back. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on a Monday on the NCW Life channel.
I'm Dr. Ron Singleton. See how Ideal Protein can help you.
I started Ideal Protein about 10 months ago. I'm down 123 pounds and a little over 50 inches.
Using Ideal Protein, I've lost 37 pounds in just 10 weeks.
I lost over 52 pounds in 4.5 months on Ideal Protein.
This has been a wonderful journey. The food is great and it's a very easy program to follow.
This medically designed program has repeatable, safe, and effective results. Call us today to schedule your weight loss consultation.
Alone, it can be hard to reach our dreams. It can feel like you aren't welcome anywhere. When no one's there to clap. Taking on the world by yourself. But when we come together, when we lend a helping hand, when we set the stage, when you support causes you care about in your community, lives are changed. You make a difference in someone's life when you give. Imagine the impact if everyone in our community gave 10%. 10% makes a difference.
SkillSource specializes in assessing and guiding youth, adults, and laid-off workers who want to improve their skills. Here you can attend in-depth workshops to assess skills and interests, make career plans, and learn computer basics.
Learning centers provide eligible youth and adults individualized computer-assisted basic education. Vocational training is arranged with approved providers like community colleges or on the job with businesses.
Don't wait any longer. Let's get working on the future you've been dreaming about.
Hi, I'm Cordell Schroeder, owner of East Wenatchee Mobile Storage.
If you're thinking about making a move anytime soon, check out the East Wenatchee Mini Storage brand new mobile storage service. They drop it off at your location, you pack it, and they pick it up and store it in their protected warehouse at East Wenatchee for as long as you need. When you're ready, they'll drop it off at your new home or office. East Wenatchee Mini Storage is excited to offer this brand new service to our region.
Call 509-884-8643 or find us on the web at ewministorage.com.
Bay Equity Home Loans in Wenatchee, serving all of North Central Washington. We make it our priority to learn all about your financial needs. Whether you're buying your first home, refinancing, or want a reverse mortgage, our mortgage professionals are ready to guide you through the loan process. We have a wide variety of loan products to fit your family's needs. Call Bay Equity Home Loans of Wenatchee today for your pre-approval. 509-888-0466.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and everybody's entitled to my opinion. Now, how we men perceive our behaviors with our wives can have a huge effect, not only on our relationships, but our being the man we want to be. Working with a couple recently, the wife was weeping in rage due to her husband's insensitive behavior. Now, he looked at me and said, "I'm not doing anything wrong. What am I supposed to do, be a wimp and do everything she tells me to do?" I told him to stop being stupid and face the fact that his insisting on doing what he wanted to do was hurtful to a person that he claimed to love, a woman he promised to protect and cherish. I said, maybe you should be willing to let go of what you think are your rights and start showing love and respect to your wife. Now, that's hardly being a wimp. That's being a real man. Now, this is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and that's my opinion.
If you're stuck trying to find the perfect beer for you, look no further than Badger Mountain Brewing. We specialize in creating tantalizing craft beers that will soothe any picky taste buds and will satisfy your cravings. Check out everything from our amazing Honey Blonde that will appease even the most finicky taster, or a delicious frothy stout for dark beer lovers. Experience them all at Badger Mountain Brewing.
Hi, this is Carl.
And Kathy from East Wenatchee Grocery Outlet. We are excited to be a part of this wonderful community and look forward to meeting you at East Wenatchee Grocery Outlet.
Our store is filled with name brand products at bargain prices at 40 to 60% savings. We have a large selection of natural, organic, and specialty foods.
Stop by and meet Carl, the wine guy, on Wednesday.
East Wenatchee Grocery Outlet, where you can win what you saved. Stop by soon.
So, how you guys doing?
My job starts in Portland in a month.
Can we find a buyer that fast? I think we're good. Our CBX app tells us who the best potential buyers are. We can pinpoint where the hottest prospects are located, right on this map.
2 cities over.
It even lets us set the most accurate price. Wow, it really does all that. It really does all that.
Well, help us pack?
We're working on that.
Hi, I'm Blair from Works, your workout prescription. Have you ever started an exercise program and then struggled to keep it going? So what if I told you that with this MyZone device, I could increase your chances of self-motivated exercise adherence by over 200%. Combine that with an exercise prescription specifically for your level of readiness, we'll increase it even more. And that's our new member success system. It's $99, it's exclusively at Works. It includes your MyZone belt. Works, yourworkoutrx.com.
Greater Wenatchee Area Technology Alliance, also known as GWATA, have been putting on these entrepreneurial panels for any number of years, always on a different topic. And they're going to do it again on Wednesday the 31st at the Confluence Technology Center to talk all things GWATA, including what's happening next Wednesday. It's our old friend Becca Freeman. Woo!
Hi,
Becca.
Hi, how are you?
Full disclosure, Becca used to work here.
I did. I did.
You were one of the
work
first
here.
people we hired.
I was in 2015.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember the interview and everything. And then we all got together and they said, what do you think of Becca Freeman? And I said, let's not get her. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, well, now I work at GWATA, so.
Yeah. So see, onward and upward.
Yeah.
Is there any job openings at GWATA, by the way?
No, unfortunately not. We're a 2-woman team, so
Yeah.
pretty small.
You and Jenny.
Me and Jenny, and then a great board who obviously does a lot of volunteer time for us, so it's pretty great.
So Wednesday the 31st, the topic is going to be tech companies.
Yeah, so we've got some key executives in local tech companies coming in to talk about their businesses, technologies, why they choose to do business here in the Valley or North Central Washington. So we're really excited to bring them to the community and let the community kind of see what's going on in the tech space in this area.
How was the panelists selected and who did the honors? Was it, did you guys get together and say this person would be great, let's get Drew, let's get Corey, that kind of thing?
We have a pretty strong working relationship with all 5 of these companies. They're all pretty big supporters of GWATA. You know, we tend to prefer to work obviously with people who support what we're doing in the area. So it was pretty easy to make a decision. But of course there's more tech companies out there that we would love to highlight eventually. So if you're out there, let me know.
Well, they keep growing. I mean, you know, the combination of cheap power and of the fiber infrastructure has brought in these Bitcoin folks like Mr. Salcedo we were talking about off camera.
Yeah, so Malachi will not be on this panel, but we are hoping to do a blockchain Bitcoin 101 class with Malachi in the next couple months.
Mm-hmm.
So we will be covering and focusing a lot more on Bitcoin in the upcoming months to kind of teach our community about the positives and what it's actually bringing to the community. Also, the Diamond Foundry is coming to town, so that should be pretty exciting also as a tech growth for the area. So it's kind of booming right now, so it's really exciting.
Yeah, it must be fun. You are going to have Dave Carlson on.
Yeah,
from
so
Gigawatt.
we have Dave Carlson, the CEO of Gigawatt. He is a big supporter of us. He was actually our Entrepreneur of the Year last year for 2017 for our Innovator Awards. So he'll be coming. There he is. He's a good-looking fella. He'll be talking about, obviously, Bitcoin, what he's doing over in East Wenatchee, and letting us kind of have an update on what his plans are for the future.
He is he looks a lot like me. He is a very attractive
Sure,
guy.
sure.
Just a strapping, handsome son of a gun.
He's a very, all of these panelists are very nice people, and so it's great
There's
to work
Drew.
with them. Drew Zabrocki, he is the CEO of Centricity Global. So Centricity has a suite of apps and programs specifically for the ag-related industry. So it's pretty cool, really obviously important in the Wenatchee area. So he'll be coming and talking about what he's been doing with his team. We also have Corey Corfiatis. He is the co-founder and co-CEO of Legwork, which is a marketing app for dentist offices.
Oh, okay.
So he helps dentists kind of market and communicate with their patients. So it's just a really cool thing that they started here in Wenatchee, and they've been doing it in Wenatchee, and they've got dentists all over the nation who are using their software. So he'll be coming and talking too. And then we have Tom Arnold. He is the founder and CTO of Pet Hub. So,
just a quick heads up correction, Tom is the one not wearing the collar.
Yes, he is not the one with the white nose. Nope.
Okay.
That's, I think that's his dog. I told him and his partner that I wish that I was able to have a job that let me have my headshot with my dog in it as well. So they do kind of digital licensing for pets. So they work with cities to bring digital licensing to the animals. They just recently partnered with Wenatchee Humane Society as well. They moved from Seattle, they moved their business here and have grown here, and so we're just really excited to have them here in the Valley and sharing their tech with us.
Did any of these folks need convincing to come do this panel, or was it a pretty easy sell when Jenny gave them the call?
It's a pretty easy sell, I would like to think. We also have Jenny Rickel. She is actually going to be our moderator. She is the past board president as well, so she's a strong advocate for GWADA. She is the CEO of Native Network, and they, who's also our presenting sponsor for this event, they work with Native communities, Native American communities, to bring telecoms to their community. So it's really unique and interesting work that they're kind of at the forefront of. So we're really excited to have her there as well to talk about that.
And that's Wednesday the 31st at the CTC.
Yes, so the Confluence Technology Center down in, or I guess up in North Wenatchee. We do most of our events there. The GWADA office is there. It's a great place to have events. Yep, it is from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. There is the option to buy lunch from Dilly Deli. So when you register, you can also buy a lunch, and we'll bring that to you guys at the event. So it's going to be really fun. These events, I know you mentioned that we've been doing it for a couple years. Jenny started these events in 2015 when she came on as the executive director. We've held about 8 probably since then, and they are some of our biggest events. People really enjoy them.
Well, we filmed them here at the NCB Live channel, and the last
couple. I filmed them.
Yeah, you filmed them, yes.
I filmed them.
Once again, full disclosure. But the last couple that you did, when you did the panel with the heritage businesses involving the Bumpses and the Pitsingers and the Sangsters, that was a packed house. Yeah, you sold every ticket.
Yeah, we probably had about 75 people there at that event, so they definitely sell out. So I would recommend you have about a little less than a week to still get your tickets. Go on our website, www.gwada.org. You can purchase them there. I do want to mention it is free for GWADA members. So if you are a member of our organization, you get a free ticket into the event. If you are not a member, one, you should join.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's the matter with you people?
It's only $100 a year for an individual, and then it slowly raises up there for businesses. But if you're not a member, it's $15 to come attend the event, and we set aside some time for networking. A big part of what we do is we believe in connecting community members with each other and other businesses. So we always set a time for a good networking opportunity at our events. And then, of course, you enjoy a 60-minute panel discussion. We have set aside time for a live Q&A so that you can get involved in the conversation as well and ask questions to these executives that you might not get to ask normally.
If you're a business or an individual who's not a member of GWADA, tell me, why should I join GWADA, Becca Freemuth?
Well, one, I really like to push that supporting GWADA as a member supports tech, entrepreneurs, and STEM education in our valley and in North Central Washington. We are a member-based organization, so a lot of our funding is through membership dues. But also we really like to make it a benefit to our members. So we host about 20 plus events every year, entrepreneur panels just being one of them. And as a member, you get discounted prices to those events or free admission. We also have a number of member-only events coming up this year where you just have to be a member to do it. We also do a lot of business-to-business referrals. So we really like to work with our members to get their business out there to other members or other community. So it's just a pretty great way to connect within these communities within the Wenatchee Valley to be part of the bigger picture of what's going on here.
And it's nice to have the infrastructure, isn't it?
Yes, it's
that's so important.
It's very important. We're really lucky to be where we are in this area, and I think GWADA as an organization realizes that luck that we have, and so we just want to make sure that we continue growing this area in a successful way and making our members connect and be kind of part of the bigger picture as well.
And there were panelists on the 31st who started their businesses elsewhere and decided, I want to move to North Central Washington. I want to get away from the rat race of the big city. I have the infrastructure to do it.
Exactly.
And I can raise my kids in a much quieter environment, and I can go skiing or golfing or hit the trail or do whatever they want to do.
Exactly. Tom Arnold from Pet Hub is one of those key people who they had their business over in Seattle, were thinking about moving, and then thought, we love Wenatchee, why not move here? We also have work with another partner, Equipped, which we'll probably come back on and talk about a campaign we're doing with them. They are up in Twist, Washington. They actually moved over from the east side of the country over to Twist, Washington, because of the fact that internet is a thing and they can do these communications with people that they need to do over the internet, and there's shipping, and we're so close to Seattle though that it makes it all easy. So Wenatchee's a great place, I think, or North Central Washington is a great place for these smaller businesses to kind of really excel and live a lifestyle that they want to live.
It's not who you know, it's who Becca knows, and GWADA is going to have a brand new television program on this very television station, or as we like to say in the business, TV. We'll talk about that when we come back. Becca Freeman is my guest from GWADA. We'll be right back. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley live from Studio 7 on the NCW Life channel.
Productions is proud to bring to the NCW Life channel the Concerts in the Gardens Summer Series held at Omi Gardens. The series features performances from Rare Earth's Peter Rivera, Heart by Heart, Too Slim and the Tail Draggers, The Infinity Project, the Wenatchee Swingin' Big Band, and a whole host of other great acts. Tune in Wednesdays at 1:30 and 7 p.m. and Fridays and Saturdays at 10:30 a.m. and 9 p.m. RLS Productions Concerts in the Gardens Summer Series, only on the NCW Life channel.
Winter weather has arrived in the Wenatchee Valley, and it's no fun to be stuck outside in the cold, and your dog or cat don't appreciate it either. Paws and Claws Veterinarian Hospital would like to remind you that your pet is susceptible to hypothermia and frostbite just like you. After going outside, wipe off their paws to prevent them from licking de-icer or antifreeze. Dr. Shauna Baez and her staff care about your pets. If your pet needs medical attention, call 888-PAWS or find them on 4th and Nile in East Wenatchee.
Hi, Brent Crowder here at Town Nissan. We've got exciting news for you. The all-new 2018 all-electric Leaf with 50% more range, lower price, and a car you don't have to wait for 3 years to get. This is the electric car you've all been waiting for. Come down and check one out at Town Nissan behind Costco.
This is the NCW Life Community Calendar brought to you by LocalTel. Timber Winter Music Festival will be at the Leavenworth Fest Hall January 26 and 27. It will be 2 days and nights of music and wintertime fun. Kashmere High School presents the musical Hello Dolly January 26 and 27 at 7 p.m. Additional dates are February 1, 2, and 3. For more information and other community events, visit ncwlife.com.
About 7 minutes left in this program. We have a beautiful morning out there, 28 degrees, clear skies. However, the clouds are going to start thickening up. By the middle of the day, the sun's going to start peeking in and out, and by the end of the day, it'll be mostly cloudy skies. So get out and enjoy the sunshine while you can. Becca Freeman is my guest. GWADA TV.
GWADA TV. We're really excited to have a TV show on the NCW Life channel. So we actually have our first filming date tomorrow. And the lovely Caitlin is, of course, producing that show for us as well. I will not be on that show.
Well, why not?
I don't do this kind of thing normally. I'm usually behind the camera. So Jenny Rojanasatian, our executive director.
Gesundheit.
Yes.
You,
True.
I could never. Jenny got married, and it was. I loved her maiden name because I could pronounce it. Now she's married, and I can't pronounce her married name. Anyway.
Like entrepreneurial is hard to spell. Yeah. Rojanasatian is also hard to spell. So I've become a really good speller since I've joined GWADA. No, so she will be sitting in your seat, and a local community member who will be sitting in my seat, and they'll just have a discussion and talk about what they're doing in their company or what initiatives they're working on. So as I kind of briefly mentioned before, GWADA has 3 main focuses, which are technology, entrepreneurship, and STEM education. So we'll kind of focus on all 3 of those topics throughout the season. Our premiere episode will be with Malachi Salcido from Salcido Enterprises. He'll be talking about Bitcoin and blockchain, and he talks about it in a way that's really easy to understand, so I'm really looking forward to that. And then we also have Lauren Clemens from Pet Hub coming and talking about why they've moved here and what their business is doing. So those are kind of the first couple episodes we have, but we're really excited to just have another outlet to show the community what's going on in this area. So
yeah, GWADA's not getting any smaller.
No,
there's no doubt about that.
Definitely not. We are definitely growing at a really fast rate. And like I said also before, right now it's just 2 of us. So me and Jenny are working hard. Our wheels are always turning, but we love what we do, so it makes it really easy to do it. But we have some great things in the future. The Flywheel Investment Conference we have not talked about much.
Talk about it.
So the Flywheel Investment Conference is coming April 19th. It's a Thursday because we always do events on Thursdays. And it's going to be pretty cool. We're pretty much describing it as Shark Tank Live.
Oh, cool.
So it's a full-day conference, but the core of the conference takes place at the New America Performing Arts Center that afternoon, where we're bringing in 6 to 8 companies who are startup companies who are looking for investments. So we've created an investment fund, and these companies will pitch to these investors for a prize of $100,000 in equity investment. So people come in, we'll get to see these companies pitch, we'll get to see these investors kind of grill them and see what it is, what their business is all about, and then later that night we'll announce the winner of that investment prize. So it's going to be a pretty cool event, big deal.
It sounds, dare I say it, entertaining.
It should be entertaining. We hope it's entertaining. I love Shark Tank. I've seen like every episode like multiple times. It's a little nerdy, but it should be really entertaining. Although the whole conference is, geared towards investors and entrepreneurs, we're really looking for that event to be a community aspect. People will be able to buy tickets just to that portion of the event. They don't have to pay for the whole day. So we're hoping community members will come out and support this initiative that GWADA and a number of supporters in our area are trying to kind of push it. So we're really excited for it.
Science, technology, engineering, and math is one of the 3 prongs of your stool, so to speak.
Yeah.
So talk about how GWADA plays a role in educating the future kids who need to learn these vital 4 skills.
Sure. So GWADA is a co-director of the Apple STEM Network. So Dr. Sue Kane is our other partner for that.
She's been on my show.
I'm sure she has. So we work with Sue to really work with the different school districts in this area to make sure that STEM is being represented in those schools. A quick example for Flywheel, we've got students from around this area and WSU students coming to the conference to watch these pitches. So we just make sure that we incorporate a student aspect into most of the events that we do. Innovator Awards is another great example. This is our 18th year doing Innovator Awards. It's going to be next fall. We present 3 awards to two for students and 1 for a STEM educator. So we recognize those people in our area who are really excelling and bringing that initiative to the students here.
And perhaps an indication of how important STEM is, we did an earlier news story, Kashmir voters in the Kashmir School District are going to be asked to vote on a bond in a couple of weeks so they can put in the infrastructure at Kashmir High School to increase STEM education in the Casper School District, and the same deal they want to do at Wenatchee High School.
Yeah.
As I had John McQuaig and Brian Flonis on, they said STEM is the future, STEM is huge, STEM is going to grow. We don't have the room for STEM education on our campus. We need to make it.
Exactly. STEM is the future of careers. We noticed that right now there is a lack in Washington State as a whole for the workforce in STEM-related fields. So really what GWADA and Apple STEM Network is about is more on a local level, creating that workforce here. So we want to teach the kids here those skills and then hopefully get them to stay here in the Valley as well. So equipping our schools with the materials and the curriculum they need to be teaching these skills is so important, because that's where the students are going to be getting their jobs in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You miss working here, Becca?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I do, though. Sometimes I do the games still,
Yes, yes.
so I get my fix.
On Friday nights or even on weekdays, Becca will be in here in the control room fighting with Stacy in an oftentimes futile effort to keep us on the air. She does a lot of production for our basketball games and sports games. So it's always good to see you, Becca.
You too, of course.
Cool.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
RLS Productions is proud to bring to the NCW Life Channel the Concerts in the Gardens Summer Series held at Omi Gardens. The series features performances from Rare Earth's Peter Rivera, Heart by Heart, Two Slim and the Tail Draggers, The Infinity Project, the Wenatchee Swingin' Big Band, and a whole host of other great acts. Tune in Wednesdays at 1:30 and 7 p.m. and Fridays and Saturdays at 10:30 a.m. and 9 p.m. RLS Productions Concerts in the Gardens Summer Series, only on the NCW Life Channel.
And we're back live here in Studio 7 in downtown Wenatchee on this Monday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. The interview that you just saw with Becca Freemuth was conducted last week, but of course the big entrepreneurial panel is Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock at the Confluence Technology Center. Give them a call, get your tickets, go check it out. Smart people who are smarter than you and I, Steve, anyway.
Exciting new program coming to NCW Live, too.
GWADA TV. Yeah, they filmed their first episodes with Jenny on Friday, and that'll be making its debut soon.
Yeah, she had, who is it, Malachi Salcedo on with her.
Yep, it'll be a good stuff.
Interesting guy.
Yeah, very interesting guy. It's amazing when you think about it, the fact that they thought about this so many years ago to build an infrastructure. There was a lot of people who didn't say, why should the PUD be in the fiber business? You know?
Well, now
just
we
send
know.
me now, and they took a chance. I mean, who's kidding who? They were taking a big gamble 20 years ago when they decided to do the fiber thing, and now it's paid off 50-fold.
Oh gosh, yeah.
You know, the combination of cheap power and super duper high speed fiber is drawing businesses
and
to the
relatively
valley.
low property rates.
Yeah. All those things are good. On this show tomorrow, Elliot Morris will be my guest. Elliot Morris has started that new business about a month ago called Dashing Drivers. Elliot and his crew have teamed up with about 10 area restaurants. And you can have food delivered to your door that isn't a sandwich or a pizza.
Oh.
Mexican food, all kinds of different stuff. So it's going to be opening up all kinds of different opportunities for you people who get home, especially Mondays or Tuesdays or whatever. I don't want to cook. You give Elliot a call, and a half hour later, boom, you got it delivered to your house. So
it's like a food Uber.
Yeah. Exactly. So Elliot will be my guest tomorrow. Let's take a look at the weather forecast one more time while we're thinking about it, Steve. What you see right now is what you're going to get today. Foggy, cloudy, a little bit of light rain, and a high of 43 degrees. In the evening hours tonight, the clouds will depart. By the time we get up Tuesday morning, lots of sunshine, 32 degrees, and Tuesday looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
Sunshine, 47 degrees for getting towards the end of January and knocking on February's door.
Well, it's a little too early for that kind of weather, though, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I would think that the orchardists probably don't like to see this.
Yeah. Well, and the overnight lows are in the safe zone, so, you know. So that's your forecast, and I want to jump ahead to Saturday because partly sunny and 47 on Saturday. All these temperatures are well above normal. Passes are fine. No problems at all, no advisories, no restrictions on any of the major mountain passes. Pretty quiet in the Cascades today.
Of course, everything's unofficial until the vote is certified, right?
That's right. That's right. Enjoy Bubble Wrap Appreciation Day here.
No.
See the, what?
Ow!
I could do this all day long.
You know, the older I get, the less tolerant I am, you know. So.
Street Talk and other stuff with Mike Mad Dog Magnotti live at 10 o'clock. Until then, have a great Monday. Take care. Bye-bye.